Good morning, Denham Springs and all parts beyond. It's your Dawn Deacon again. It's Monday, time to start another week, another work week. Let's see. What does the Gospels tell us today? And what advice do we get today from the Gospels? Today we see the power of evil, injustice. Injustice that can destroy a poor man, a righteous poor man. King Ahab oppresses and eventually murders the good and upright Naboth for his own personal gain. In the gospel, Jesus says, "But I say to you, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you." This might lead us to think that Naboth was wrong in not turning over his vineyard to Ahab, who initially did not want to harm him and even offered him a fair exchange. But Naboth was to Naboth, this was more than just a piece of property. It was an ancestral heritage, a piece of the promised land that God had given to his ancestors and now to him. So he refuses. And Ahab has him killed and takes over the land anyway. We must understand Jesus' words in the gospel as well. When injustice is inflicted on ourselves or others, opposing it is our natural and normal reaction. But Jesus teaches us to be indulgent, generous, and forgiving, even to a fault. He says that when someone strikes you on one cheek, turn the other to him as well. He is telling us that we cannot overcome violence with violence. It's the same thing Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi also preached. Conquer with love. The story of Naboth teaches us that there are limits to our submissiveness, even when confronted with injustice. Namely, we must be faithful to God's will. Jesus opposed injustice during his lifetime, and in the end took on the greatest of all injustices, being innocently condemned to death. But he did it because it was his Father's will, and because he did this, the Father greatly rewarded him. The church teaches us that this command of Jesus does not take away our duty or our right to self-defense or to our defense of others. I suggest you look at paragraph 2263 of the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Essentially what it says is that we have the right to use force in defending ourselves or others. But we cannot deliberately kill someone. We cannot use it as an excuse to kill. I suggest, if you've never read or looked at the reference book, the Catechism of the Catholic Church, it tells you everything you want to know about what the church teaches. I suggest you can, if you want to start right now with this stuff, with this topic, go to section, I think it's like 2263 paragraph, respect for human life. It is a good introduction to the catechism. It is easy to read and answers our questions. You don't have to ask me. You can find out yourself. You can have the satisfaction of finding the answer for yourself. If you have any questions, though, don't hesitate to call me. Till next time, stay safe and God bless.